Và xin chào tất cả các bạn. Thị trấn Uda ở Benin này không chỉ nổi tiếng về thuật voodoo, đây không chỉ là cái thủ đô voodoo của toàn thế giới, của toàn Benin, mà đây còn nổi tiếng vì một cái điều nữa. Thị trấn Uda có đóng một vai trò rất là quan trọng trong cái việc buôn bán nô lệ của những thế kỷ trước. Nơi đây từng là một trong những cái địa điểm chính diễn ra những cuộc thương lượng, những cuộc buôn bán nô lệ giữa châu Phi và các nước tư bản khác. Và bây giờ mình sẽ đưa các bạn đi xem từ đầu đến cuối những cái chặng đường của những người nô lệ đã từng diễn ra ở đây vào nhiều thế kỷ trước. Chúng ta bây giờ sẽ cùng đi xem. Và đây là một trong những cái trang lịch sử rất là đẫm máu, rất là bi thương của châu Phi. Và bây giờ chúng ta sẽ đi xem cụ thể xem nó ra sao.
The slave road is one way where they have 201 kilometers, and this way is the way where they came to the Abome, and the last step is the beach. So to Abome, and here we had and chain the slave to the neck and the hand. So just going to walk in 7 days, 7 nights to the rain of the sun, because at that time you don't have the car to drive. But in 1992, we have the UNESCO and the government of Benin who celebrate the first festival in Ouida, what I call Ouida 1992. See, this festival, the government chose 4 kilometers, and under the 201 who claim. So this 4 kilometers, I follow you now. Just in the 4 kilometers, we have explained 6 different steps of the slaves trade. The first step is this place, what I call the market of the slaves. This is the place where they sold the slaves and they buy the slaves. This is the place where the white men give the gun, the mirrors, the whiskey, tobacco of the king. So the king give the slave. This is like a truck. So, for example, just to the white men give the 1 gun to the king give 21 women's, all 15 men's to the 1 gun.
For 1 gun?
Yeah. So, and 1 glasses of the whiskey, the king give 2 women slaves. To the tobacco is the 1 slaves. So everything is passed here. What I think to sort the slaves, the buyer prefer to bring them to mark the slave to the iron house, because the ship to start and to the beach is the common ship to the 5 countries. We have the Portuguese, the Dutch, England, French, and Holland. So what do you do to the market? So where they came to the destination, the different country to identify who slaves. So we have the iron, where they put the fire very hot. If you are Portuguese, you write a P letters. What you are French, you write F. Don't the sign to make, so that you write. So it is very hot to the slaves. The slave prefer to cry, call the name of the different god in voodoo, but the buyer prefer to close the mouth of the slaves. No cry, never speak. So we have sold them, we mark them in here. So and after this we go into the slave route, slow by slow, step by step.
Và đây là toàn bộ cái quảng trường mà ngày xưa nô lệ được mang tới đây để buôn bán trước khi họ được đưa ra biển để chở đi những nơi mà đặt họ.
Here, for example, we just where the African men sold the slaves to the white men. The first slaves, these the prisoners of the Huns kingdom. But in 1780, we don't have the prisoners. That is the commercial the slave trade is like the Huns. We're going to anywhere to pick. So we have the soldiers, the king, to come to pick me. If you don't accept to kill me, that I accept, I am slaves. Because the huntmen don't have the time to ask me, do you want to call you slave or no? Don't have this time. This house, what you see them, this is the palace, the first vice king in Dahomey.
tu vas visiter celle, non?
Tổng chiều dài của con đường nô lệ ở thị trấn Uda này là khoảng hơn 4 km. Chính vì vậy cách duy nhất để có thể thăm cái con đường này là bằng xe máy. Và bây giờ chúng ta đang đến thăm cái chặng thứ hai của con đường nô lệ này.
The slave were assault and they brought them to the iron, came in this tree that are women to go to run 7 tons and the men 9. So what do you think to run in the trees that he forget the family, the country, he don't remember anything. It's like the black magic tree. He's the king of Dahomey kingdom who planted the tree. He's called Agaja. He planted the tree in 1720. He planted the tree, but the tree don't exist now. So this place normally is the third step, what I call the darkness room place. In foreign language, it's called Zomai. No lights.
No light.
No window. Though this room have 365 square meters, where they pack them 600 slaves of 2 wings. Here, the slave will start at this position of the 2 wings. Don't move in. We close the mouth, don't cry and speak any word. So it is the place where the rebels, slaves, don't take the food and the drink so that they are sick. If you don't rebel, we give you the bread and the drink every 2 days. Every 2 days. But the slave who prefer peace and second everything to their home. But we have now the more than the 600 who came here the first days who die and sick and weak. So the last days to the 2 weeks, we came to take the dead and the sick to bury them to the common grave. So the slaves who are alive, very strong, going to the 5th step, what they are called the tree of return. I follow you, this tree here exists. The second tree here exists. This is the second tree here exists since 1727. So what this tree, the slave, strong slave going to run again 3 times, women and men's. 3 times that are going to die. Another side, the spirits come back. So I told you it's not a physical back, but the spiritually back. So we see these the statues who symbolize the different ethnic, nationality of the slaves who passed here. We have this big masquerade. This is the Yoruba slaves. The slave who came from Nigeria. This is the Yoruba slaves. This is the majority of the ethnic to the slaves who living in Dahomey, because it's very strong, the Yoruba people. So we have 3 heads. These 3 heads symbolize the slaves of Fon. He came to the Abome, Zogbodome, Kana, the central of Benin. At the first, we sold the slave to the market. We bring in. The slave came to the tree of forgetfulness. Time to run and to forget everything before they came here.
Esta parte de la escultura de los ojos que parecen esculturas planas.
Los que me querían vender 30.000.
So in 1992, what the curator of UNESCO, Federico Mayor, and the president of Benin, Nicéphore Soglo, who close the grave so that before it's open. So when they are here, we can see the bones of the slaves. If we have here in this grave 17 million slaves here in this grave. So the slaves who are very strong in life going this tree. This is the tree of return, what they have there. The place where they run 3 times. He planted the tree in 1727.
Oh, well, the tree was planted in 1727.
This is the house of the vice king, the person who represents the king Agaja in this village. This one before this village is just one forest. It's called Kigeria.
That's the tree of return.
This is the spiritual return.
Yeah, the physical return, and they would. Okay, I see.
So the slave was forced to make 3 rounds around this tree.
And the tree, yeah.
Yeah.
So when they finish to run it 3 times in the tree, we're going to die,
But then they will come back.
the spirit come back. So it's the same tree, same tree. To that,
Exactly that one. And this were planted in
1727. Profondeur de 21 mètres. Mais voilà qui sont jetés les morts, les malades et les animaux. Qui en restait comme ça. C'est le même arbre. Jésus. Jésus arbre de 1727. L'arbre n'a jamais quitté ses racines principales. C'est encore le même arbre jusqu'aujourd'hui. Son nom scientifique, c'est le Kigeria. En langue locale ici. Ça ressemble aux saucisses, mais ça ne se mange pas. Non. Vous voyez, c'est lourd. Hein?
¿Tú te lo mando con
Can you
esto?
touch?
No.
Touch it.
Ah, ok.
Tu vois?
Ah, ouais.
This is the food of the tree. He's big.
Oh, this is heavy. It's called sausage tree.
Yeah, he's such a tree. But I don't eat.
What is that?
This is the food of the tree. It's so
Và bây giờ mình đang trên đường tới cái chặng cuối cùng của con đường nô lệ này. Cái chặng đường này sẽ dẫn đến biển Đại với Tây Dương. Và đoàn nô lệ sẽ đi tiếp con đường này đến bến cuối cùng ở bên bờ Đại Tây Dương trước khi được cho lên thuyền để xuất khẩu sang những nước mua nô lệ.
This monument to symbolize the last step, what I call the gate of Naratan. But in reality, at that time, you don't have anything in this place. This monument before don't exist. Just we don't never the port where the ship came here. So the big ship start very far to the beach, and they have small boats who take the slaves 7 to the 7 and the big ship. Just to the small boats, we have 7 slaves who actually making the slaves to the ship. So we had a slave who came to the north of Benin, we came to the Burkina and the Niger, don't see the sea, the beach first time. What is it? Where are you now? So in the place we have the slave who prefer to die in Africa, but he don't know where are you going. So the slave prefer to eat the sun to die quick here. He had a slave who preferred jumping to the sea. What you have to chain and together 7 by 7. What you are 1, jump on all the 7. You are jumping to the sea because to chain together 7 by 7. So and the big ship we have 1,000 slaves. To the journey it takes 3 months. It's like 12 weeks. So all
To get to Europe.
yeah,
To America.
America.
To America.
Yeah.
Stopping.
No, we stopped the first stop in Senegal.
Okay.
Gore. All Africa we have 7 door of no return. But all of these 7 different points of no return, we have 23 million slaves who going life, don't the death, past 400 years. So this gate we have branding in 13 November 1995. So this gate have 2 faces. The first face here we see the slave turn back to the town. But on the second side there we see the face, the slave to face to the beach. This is the gate of return spiritually. So when you going to die, another side the spirit come back. So this second face to the gate is called the gate of return spiritually, and the first face the gate of no return physical.
Và từ cái cổng kia, con đường này sẽ tiếp tục dẫn tới bên bờ Đại Tây Dương. Và ở bên bờ Đại Tây Dương này, những con thuyền chở nô lệ tới khắp các quốc gia trên thế giới đã chờ sẵn. Và đằng sau mình là bờ Đại Tây Dương. Sóng lúc nào cũng lớn như thế này. Những con thuyền chở nô lệ sẽ đưa họ đi khắp nơi trên thế giới và sẽ không bao giờ quay trở lại đây nữa. Và qua cái video này, mình hy vọng là các bạn hiểu thêm được một phần nào về cái lịch sử khá bi thương của châu Phi, về cái việc buôn bán nô lệ ở những thế kỷ trước. Và tới đây, mình cũng xin kết thúc video này tại đây. Từ bên bờ Đại Tây Dương, mình xin chào các bạn và hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong những video tiếp theo.